To Paris, and this is the scene outside l'Elysee, the palace in Paris, the French president's official residence. Breaking news this morning that President Emmanuel Macron has become the latest world leader to test positive for COVID-19. So there in l'Elysee, Dominic Volitis, we are watching and following. This is not live, I should tell you. He's in isolation in there, obviously. This is now, we're looking at pictures of President Emmanuel Macron. But that breaking word, Dominic, that he is positive.
Yeah, that's right, Heather, and good morning. The French Prime Minister Jean Castex has confirmed that Macron will now self-isolate for a period of 7 days. Jean Castex, incidentally, will be doing the same after coming into contact with the French president. Officials say Macron will continue to work, that he is still in charge of running the country, and that he will carry out his duties from here on remotely. So meetings and so on will be conducted or held by video conferencing. The news, though, means he has had to cancel all forthcoming trips, Heather. He was, for example, scheduled to visit Lebanon on Tuesday, but that has now obviously been cancelled. It's not known, Heather, how Macron contracted COVID-19, where he caught it from, or indeed perhaps who he may have passed it on to. We know he was at a European Council Heads of State meeting last week, and we've just been hearing from Belgium's Prime Minister Alexander De Croo, who was in close contact with Macron at that meeting. He says he is now self-isolating while waiting for COVID-19 test results. So too is the situation with Spain's Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez, who met Macron in Paris on official business on Monday. He's self-isolating as well. And then yesterday, Macron was photographed standing next to Portugal's Prime Minister Antonio Costa, who is also now self-isolating while waiting for COVID-19 test results. There's nothing, Heather, to suggest that it was at one of these events where Macron contracted COVID. Officials, though, that say they are in the process of identifying all of those he has been in close contact with to inform them of the situation. Some reaction coming through already this morning, Heather. The British Prime Minister Boris Johnson had this to say on Twitter: "Sorry to hear my friend Emmanuel Macron has tested positive for coronavirus. We are all wishing you a speedy recovery." But also get well messages from the President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, this morning, as well as from the Austrian Chancellor, Sebastian Kurz. And I suspect we'll be getting more reaction as the day progresses. But certainly, Heather, Macron is just the latest world leader to contract COVID. Donald Trump and his wife Melania did. So too did Britain's Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who you may remember was hospitalised back in April with the disease, and he suffered quite badly. At one point, he had to receive oxygen treatment. Heather.
Dominic, thank you. Reporting from Bristol in England. That's our Dominic Volitis.